Hey guys, how we doing? It's Lee from Lee Slot Cars, back in the shed for another couple of hours, and I'm going to be cracking on with the layout. So I just want to show you what I've been up to, and maybe have a little chat about a car. You know, I haven't got loads of cars, to be fair, but everyone I have, I can remember where I was when I either received it or when I bought it or when I got it. So I'm going to have a little chat about another car. I'm also going to do a bit of work on the layout, but not too much today. So what I show you will be what I've been doing, and then there'll be a little bolt on at the end just to show you what I've done today, because a lot of the stuff I've got today is stuff you won't really see. It's basically wiring, electrical and stuff like that. So yeah, without further ado, I always seem to say that, let's show you what I've done so far on the little old track. So on the last video, I showed you how I'd taken the top off, made this a one level building, and then raised the track at the back, and that fixed sort of car visibility issues I had previously. So I've given that a coat of grey. It's still a bit patchy in places, but I'm not too worried about that, because I could give it another coat so it looked pristine. But what I'm going to do instead is just weather it a bit, because no roof looks absolutely pristine, does it? So I'm just going to weather that with a slightly darker grey wash, and we'll see what that looks like, but I might not get time to do that today. So that's what I've done. In terms of the barriers and decals, well, I've got barriers going all the way around here, all the way up that bend, up to that point there. And this bit here, I've just put a barrier. Well, it's not really a barrier, is it? It's like a wall, I guess, going up the side. So this makes it look really tidy. So all the sort of road supports, track supports underneath are hidden. So that looks pretty cool. What else have I done? Oh yeah, I've painted that. I think that looks a lot better red than white. There was a bit too much white going on there in the bar. I can't remember if that was there before in the corporate areas. This is going to be the Martini one. This is Jaguar, and this is Golf. I love Golf. Anyway, that's that. So I've done that. Randy's Donuts, given this a coat of paint, because remember from previously I said it developed a bit of mould from when it was in storage, and the roof as well. So that's looking really sharp now, back to how it was when I first built it. So that's looking good. Now what I've got inside this and inside here at the top, I've got LED bulbs. I'm not sure how brilliant, but they are. Also in the doghouse there's a couple as well. There's some LED bulbs. What I've got to do is install a bus wire going underneath the layout, and then I will then have drop wires going in connecting onto it. And I've got these little connector clips. I haven't got one to hand, but connector clips that should hopefully make that a bit more straightforward. I've used them before and they actually work great. Now last time in this corner I had the race control centre, but as you will see it's no longer there. I've moved it now and I love it. I love it up here, because this was always a little bit, well, the area where not much was going on. So I've replaced it and put it there and filled in all the detail, put the guys in there and everything I built to go in there. Now it needs tidying up. This roof, it's got 4 lights in there, so it'll all be lit up. I've got to build a little piece to go over the top of that so it hides all the wires, and then I'm going to just tidy these edges up because it looks a bit rough. This roof comes off, so I can take this whole unit out to work on it and paint it and do whatever I need to do. But I'm going to put a strip a little bit like this going around the front with probably some decals on it, and I might even paint it because I don't think it looks right in white. So I'm going to do that, but that won't be today. Today really is all going to be about getting the wiring done, and hopefully I've labelled each wire positive and negative so I don't mess it up. I haven't got a great track record with electrics, I'm not going to lie. So wish me luck. So when we come back, I'll have the whole lighting system on this working. Well, I hope I will. Okay, let's just say manifest. Yeah, my wife always says, Lee, manifest and it'll happen. This is going to work out fine. Watch this space, come back soon. Okay, we're back. And I am proud to say lighting is working. Now you won't see this because it's really bright in here. No, you can't see the lights on in there, but there's a light in there that's working. You have the lights inside the corporate boxes that are working. You have lights in there you can't really see. This one shows up quite well over here. We scoot over here, so that looks really good. That's the lighting in there is spot on, actually. I'm really pleased with that. So my next little job is going to be to sort the top of this out. So I'm just going to crack on with that. Right, that's it for today. I've put a cover on that to help sort of hide all the wires. Don't worry about that. It's all going to get painted, so that'll all be done and looking good. I also need to put a background to that because it looks a bit space agey, doesn't it? It doesn't really work. So that's going to be done at some point. That's on my list of jobs. The lights on the canopy weren't working, but I've fixed those, so all the lights are working. And we have the barrier coming down the bend along here that all needs signing up and getting done. So yeah, looking good. A couple of future projects. So this bit here I'm going to take out because it's no longer a Dartmoor theme, quite obviously. So this is all going to come out. What I'm going to build here somehow is a stand that sort of arcs round like that. So it's going to be this sort of shape, sort of semicircular sort of shape. So spectator stand is going to go there. Might be able to keep some of this, you know, and just carve the middle bit out. I don't know. Long way off that one is. And finally, this little grassy knoll. This area around here, something special is going to go there. Watch this space. No spoilers for that one, but yeah, something special is coming for that one. Now on to cars. Okay, I did say I'm going to talk about a car, only briefly, and today's car of choice is this one. It's a beauty. I love it. I absolutely love this car, and it's got a digital chip in it as well. Don't race it as much as I should do really, so I'm going to have a half hour getting some laps in with this little beauty. I need to sort the tyres out because they have been well worn before I moved. I used to use this car a lot, so yeah, I'm going to have a few laps with that one. But why is this one special and why do I remember this one in particular? Well, I'll tell you why. It's a few years ago, and do you know, probably 5 years. I don't know, I lose track of time, but it was a good few years ago. And it was at Slot Fest, and there was a thing on Facebook saying about entering a draw to win a car from Roger Barker Slots. And I actually won it. I was over the moon, so it's my first time I'd ever been to Slot Fest. And it was when they held it in Coventry. It was due to be at Gaydon, but for some reason it moved to Coventry, so I drove all the way to Gaydon and had to shoot off into Coventry City to see it. So I'm not sure what year it was, but yeah, I could literally go up to Roger's stall, the legend that is Roger Barker, and pick a car. And I've got a real love of American muscle cars, you know, especially from like late 60s, early 70s. I think they're great, and this was the one that I chose. So this is the story behind the Ford Mustang. So I'm going to run some laps now and end this video, but in the meantime, you all take care, my friends, and I'll catch up with you real soon.